Alrighty, I think we got everything going. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Alrighty, there you go. Thank you. KTNG Morning Show. Let's begin our day, as always, with a small prayer. Now, if you don't, that's not a problem. I don't judge. But never like this because it brings you back to 8/19/16. You'll get the joke later. Or more importantly, never like this when everything you say is a lie and you expect people to believe you're garbage. More so in humility. Thank God for my early rising in the morning. Good health. Also thank God for his abilities to grant me opportunities in which I can succeed at them, and at his bequest and his bequest only. To help those who cannot help themselves, to show that self-reliance works in many practical areas. But also to show a little compassion towards our enemies, even though they deserve a patada in the culo. Yeshua Jesus Christ, due to 227 there to the throne of Jah himself, King Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari, Jah Rastafari, Jah Rastafari. And the dragon of the mountain has basically awoken. For all of our residents, dissidents, constitutionalists, rioters, and people who still cannot put their pants on in the morning, welcome to the KTNG Morning Show. Simulcast. Yeah. That's right. And I'm looking for a gun. One that was made out of a 3D printer. Then again, Negroes and the Second Amendment rights don't mix. Okay, straight up. Good morning and welcome to the KTNG Morning Show. I am your host with the most from the left coast to the right coast. That's right, from the north to the south, the man with the irrepressible mouth. On beat this time, right? Watch on beat, okay? The G to the R to the I to the T to the Z, ST on top of the mountain, all the way down to the freeway all day. The freak on the peak who's about to speak, and if you open up your mind, I'll give you something to think about for the rest of the damn week. What? Okay, so, welcome to KTNG860am.org, Unified Community Broadcasting. I'm doing this crackly, I'm cracking myself up here. Talking Soul Radio for all of Colorado Springs world. Brooklynite on the run as usual. Well, what have we learned in the last 24 hours? Black History Month? Blackface! Okay, come on. Today's spit. Smiling watermelon rinds. Come on. You don't understand what a watermelon rind is. 9 times 10 you have not done well with it. Okay? Unless you're eating the seeds and you're pooping them out later. Anyway. Let's get on into this bad boy, shall we? See what kind of news and views and opinions I can conjure up today. And we also have an exclusive. Yes, an exclusive. So, for all of you who are simulcast watching YouTube and on Facebook, on YouTube, if you are there, 9 times out of 10, all you got to do is like and subscribe, hit that like button, and let us know what you think. Always put your comments in so by the end of the week I can sit there and look at them and say, hey, I am not going. House of Representatives is going to the Senate right about now, so this is going on. So if anything, when you get there to YouTube and so, like, subscribe, click into it and leave your comments, and I'll get to those at the end of the week. Now, for the funny, 3 more days before them lock up them government one more time. Or could there be? Let's look at some of the antidotes, and let's look at some of the, I don't know, what's a good word for this? Yeah, let's look at the shrimp on the barbie on this one, all right? Okay, all right, anyway, first story of the day, and remember, I'm just reading the stuff that people write, and if I throw in something and whatnot, by all means, join the conversation. You may have an opinion about it. Or it might strike a conversation. That's the cool thing. Now, here we are, people, from USA Today. 5 takeaways from Cheeseburger's debacle down in El Paso, Texas. Now, keep in mind, El Paso has been miscategorized as a very violent place until a wall was put in place. So half of the information that Cheeseburger got right, and the other half of it, and I'd say 95% of it, basically was just garbage. Falsified information, things that he makes up. And I mean, he's making up his presidency as he goes. And who do we know as Cheeseburger? The man with the small hand. No tax return. I like prostitutes to pee on me. And my wife looks like a shaved down Bigfoot. And my kids are freaking nepotistically look like they come from an inbred family. For real. I mean, God, those are not strong genes. Those are messed up genes. Straight up. Especially when your daddy and granddaddy are KKK members. Come on, people. I thought you knew. Then again, most of the times, half of the times, y'all don't even care. So, I care. Because I care about humanity. Anyway, here's the story. Okay, here are 5 takeaways from Cheeseburger's rally in El Paso. Cheeseburger mostly avoided tonight's breaking news. And when I say cheeseburger, I mean cheese burger. That's right. Your master in grief, commander in beef, stress, and mess. Cheeseburger. Right? He doesn't even rate a name. He just needs to be named as a byproduct. That's it. Okay? Cheeseburgers mostly avoided the night's breaking news. The budget negotiations in Congress has reached a deal in principle, quote unquote, in principle, to keep the government open past Friday when current funding will expire. So that means for everybody on the low end of the scrotum pole, guess what? You are going to sit there and you're gonna wonder if there's going to be anything. Now, if you are collecting SSI payments, you will get yours in March, ahead of, let's say, April 15th. For all of you who are paying taxes at this particular point, I suggest, come on, Cheeseburger stiffed you on that one as well. All right. So I already told you this yesterday. Okay, I already told you guys this yesterday. So if anything, Fulio's going to call a national emergency. I bet you anything in the world, that these guys are going to go back into the Senate, going to go back and renegotiate this thing before Cheeseburger gets back to the House. Oh, that's right, he is back home already. He's back in the White House already, White Castle, doing whiteface. Has it changed? Oh my God. Obviously not. Anyway. He goes and says, I don't want to hear about it. Cheeseburger told his aides, adding that he chose to address the crowd rather than learn about the details of the deal. We probably have some good news, but who knows? When you add, what the hell? No, dude, you do not call me. No, nobody calls me in the middle of my damn show. You missed the video, I don't care. Cancel that crap. All right, dude, I'm on the air. I do not talk to you. All right? No. All right? I'm in the middle of something here. All right? Okay, so therefore, when you have probably and a question mark of an answer like, but who knows? 9 times out of 10, you don't know your own truth. You don't. All right? So, here it is with Cheeseburger. We probably got some good news. Cheeseburger gave no indication whether he'd be willing to sign such a deal. Oops. 3 days, people. 3 days. Cheeseburger's random remarks in El Paso, Texas were frequently notable for what the president didn't say. After weeks of threatening to declare a national emergency as a way of freeing up federal funding for his border wall, Cheeseburger never used the words national emergency in a room full of supporters. That's because he knows that when you call a national emergency, you are taking money out of people's bank accounts. Don't believe me? Check the attorney general's page. You'll find it there. Okay. Just so you know, we're building the wall anyway. Really? Out of his money? Out of that fake billion that he supposedly had? Because he thinks now he can run with the ultra elite, who you Cheeseburger supporters are basically supporting. You're supporting the ultra elite, even though he done told you fact first that we are all the elite. We are the Cheeseburger supporters. We are all elite. If that's the case, then how is like 1/3 of your people is like still on welfare? All right? Anyway, the absence of a threat to go around Congress to find money for a wall unilaterally may have been an oversight, but it's also as easily may have been by design. Everything is by design. Everybody's just like giving like shadows of doubt here about Cheeseburger's ability to actually run the damn country, which he is failing every single step of the way. What's amazing to me on this whole front is that this jackass obviously thinks he is like the ruler of the world. I think Hugo Chavez said something about that about President Bush back in the day too. Okay, about somebody paying, giving him money for a psychiatrist, something of that nature. But it's 2018 all over again. Cheeseburger's appearance in El Paso marked his first rally this year, technically his first campaign appearance in 2020 presidential election cycle. But the vast majority of Cheeseburger's remarks were a rehash of themes and even the phrases he embraced during the midterm election. MS-13 gang, Democrats are for open borders, economy and low unemployment. All of those essential to his 2018 stump speech, which, when fact-checked, half of that garbage is nothing but garbage. And the people listening to that garbage are the worst bunch of pariah jackasses I've ever seen in my freaking life. You will supplicate and you will clout chase and you will suck somebody else's dick just to be on their team. Wow. That's worse than Corey Maggette being claimed for rape. Okay, jeez. But 2020 is around the corner. Though much of Cheeseburger's rallying remarks could have been ripped from the midterms, he did continue to sound some of the themes that were most certain to be defining messages for the next election. In other words, it's the same freaking rhetoric over and over and over. And of course, needless to say, you have a bunch of vendidos, you have a bunch of malinchistas, you have a bunch of sellouts, and I'm not even going to go over there with, the white community and so forth because they're so misguided, okay? All of you over 50 fuckers out there, okay, who think this man is doing a wonderful job have not received, oh, that's right, the middle class did get slapped in the face with that tax cut, that tax break. Good luck with that. See you in the welfare line, sucker. Okay, so, here it is. Here it is. And then somebody had the nerve to ask if this fool should get a damn dog. What does he need a dog for? He already got a shaved down Bigfoot for a wife. What are you guys trying to do? Ask this guy to commit all kinds of animal sex acts and whatnot on a dog? He's already got a shaved down Bigfoot. He's got a poodle for his fucking daughter in which he wants to bang. And his kid, and nobody knows whose kids those really are. They just wound up the last name of Trump, but I don't even think there is. And Barron, he just looks like, some poor little kid that got snatched out of Czechoslovakia, put in a suit and says, okay, you're going to be my son. Whether you like it or not. You're stuck here in America. Ugh. I wonder what's going through his mind. I know 9 times out of 10, he's going to be the rebel of the whole freaking bunch. Mark my word. Anyway. Cheeseburger goes on to say that in more than 120 years, he doesn't have a canine pal by his side. At the White House, according to the Presidential Pet Museum website, the last dog less commander-in-chief was William McKinley, who had a parrot, kittens, and roosters, but no presidential pooch. Like that makes a damn difference whether this man's gonna strip everybody of their Medicaid and Medicare. Does it make a damn difference if he has a dog or not? His wife's a dog-looking dog. Any damn dog, diggity dog way. Oh, anyway. Oh, my God. While they were out there, of course, needless to say, Cheeseburger supporters in MAGA hat attacks BBC cameraman at rally. The screaming Cheeseburger supporter in a red Make America Great Again hat, or Mueller's Mueller ain't going anywhere hat, that's what I like to call it, attacked a BBC cameraman during the president's Monday night rally in El Paso. Footage of the incident shown on BBC's Ron Skeens being shoved off balance before the man is pulled away by security while screaming, "Fuck the media," quote unquote. This is written, okay? Cheeseburger supporters near the attack can be heard chanting, "Leave him alone." Skeens told the BBC quite pretty much the very hard shove came from the blind side and he didn't know what was going on. The reporter who was with Skeens, BBC Washington editor Eleanor Montague, said the crowd had been whipped into a frenzy against the media by Cheeseburger and other speakers all night. So, of course, this is what Cheeseburger loves. He loves the adulation of having a whole bunch of crowd give him so much love and appreciation for anything that he says, and he acts like he's God on earth. And anybody that suffers a God complex like that obviously missed their boat in history, because you're doing nothing but standing right next. You're standing in hell right next to Hitler, and Mussolini. Come on. The crowd then began to whip up a difference against the media on speakers of the night. Cheeseburger campaign officials suggested the attacker was drunk. The president reportedly checked skis was okay with a thumbs up and continued on with his speech after the cameraman was returned the gesture. So that pretty much does, you know, oh my God, y'all stupid shit. Okay, so in the meantime, while Congress is sitting up here looking for money to fund the wall to stop Cheeseburger from like spending too much more money. I mean, come on, the United States gave this man a blank check to do whatever he wanted. Okay, and if anything is going to signify his spot in history is the bullshit that comes out of his mouth. All right. That's stopping him right now. The only thing that's slowing his ass down right now. The only thing that's hardening his base right now. Well, not in Congress, but we're talking about hardening his loyal idiots. Okay, these are the people whose IQ levels are basically just slightly higher than this. Okay, slightly higher than this. Okay, dead. Anyway, while all that is going on, the FBI is offering a reward for $65,000 of stolen energy drinks. It's bad enough that the FBI is trying to find $65,000 worth of stolen energy drinks when we can't even find the $21 trillion that was supposed to have been audited by the IRS and the Pentagon, but we lost money there. We spend so much money on the military. I mean, come on. Where do you find $65,000 on a tax cut to pay somebody on information leading to the reward of stolen energy drinks? Okay, come on. Be on the lookout for someone with a new trailer and a severe case of caffeine jitters. I has asked the public for help in tracking down a stolen trailer and in its cargo, $65,000 cargo of energy drinks. The trailer was stolen overnight between February 2nd and February 3rd in Tampa, Florida. What is up with you Florida people? Florida man does this, Florida man does that. Damn. I mean, I'd love to talk to Florida man, but he seems to be all over the damn place here. It seems like Florida man did it again. The FBI is offering a $2,000 reward for information that leads to the recovery of the caffeinated cargo. The truck's identification number is LRG5347 and its license plate is 2277CS. Agents suspect the merchandise is likely in South Florida. Wah, wah. Okay, so that means that somebody's taking that stuff and they're going to make some crack out of it. Okay? Seriously. Seriously. So, if anything, lawmakers have basically reached an agreement in principle to avoid a government shutdown. Washington Post. Key lawmakers announced a tentative deal late Monday night that would avert another government shutdown at the end of the week, denying Cheeseburger much of the money that he sought to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. Why are we building this wall? There's a fence that's practically there and it's, you know, still doing its job. The only reason why is because you got to understand, everybody that's attached to Fat Tony's enterprise in New York for shitty concrete has something to do with him using him again, his organization, that outfit again, for concrete for a wall, therefore paying off his debt. Think about it, people. Think about it. Why would you pay the mob to build a wall for you? We have the mafia in the White House, and you mean to tell me y'all are so stupid enough to sit up and watch this shit go on? Okay? None of you have invoked any kind of real legislature to like write to Congress people or anything of that nature to say, look, what's going on with the investigation? That sort of thing. I know Mueller is taking his time and whatnot, but damn, dude, come on. Now, the agreement came together during intense hours of closed-door negotiations at the Capitol. As lawmakers resurrected talks had fallen apart over the weekend in a dispute over the new Democratic demands to limit immigrant detention. Democrats ultimately dropped some of those demands, which had come under fire from Republicans clearing the way for the deal. Hurdles remained, and Cheeseburger's ultimate backing was in doubt after a quick opposition emerged from the conservatives. But lawmakers on both sides said they were motivated to find agreement by the looming specter of another government shutdown Friday night, 3 weeks after the last one ended. You mean to tell me we are so weak that we are going to allow some 260-pound fat bastard to hold this country hostage again? Really? It's going to freaking happen. If it does happen, and I'm saying that's a big if it does happen, I'll see y'all at the food bank later. Anyway,
So what brought us back together, I thought, tonight, as was we didn't want to have happen. The Senate Appropriations Committee Chairman Richard C. Shelby, Republican of Alabama. When the Republicans start having doubts about this whole wall deal, it's going to shake and shudder when it gets to the floor. And it depends upon whether Cheeseburger wants to sign that damn thing or not. But then again, Sean Hannity is all up in his ear. So since we have government-sponsored media to tell and dictate to our illustrious leader what to do in order to save face, I mean, come on. He already lost Ann Coulter. And she's a racist any damn way, so it doesn't matter. Okay? So the deal includes $1.375 billion for 55 miles of fence along the border compared to the $5.7 billion that Cheeseburger had sought for more than 200 miles of walls. Okay? The deal omits a strict new cap Democrats had sought on immigrants detained within the United States as opposed to at the border. At the same time, it limits overall levels of detention beds maintained by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, although the GOP aide said ICE would have enough money and flexibility to maintain its current detention levels and add more when needed. What's wrong with that? I mean, come on. Both Democrats and Republicans are making shitloads of money over detaining people. Come on. Prison is the most recession-proof entity out there. Next to water. Okay? But to avert a shutdown, the deal needs to be written into a final legislation passed by both the House and the Senate and signed into law by Cheeseburger himself. White House officials were reviewing the terms of the deal. Yep, scratching my ass at the moment. Okay, anyway. Okay, White House were reviewing the terms of the deal, and Shelby said that he was hopeful Cheeseburger would be supportive. But details of the compromise disclosed late Monday quickly came under fire from conservatives, raising the prospect of a backlash from the right that could ultimately render it unacceptable to Cheeseburger. Garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. Straight up, all right? It's garbage compromise. So, bottom line is this, people. Why buy a bottle like my bottle? I mean, bottom line is this. There is no guarantee. Okay, there is no guarantee of holding 850,000 hostages for a temper tantrum. There is no guarantee that those who are getting their back pay and some of the Republican offices refusing to pay them. There is no guarantee your savings account will be safe from a government shutdown. Your taxes are not safe from a government shutdown. Now, who wants to pay taxes? Okay, you think you're going to get something big back now? Oh. Just know on the average that $170 is going to be missing out of your check. Okay? You're going to owe more to the IRS than anything else before the end of the year is out. Now, the unexpected dispute and barrel talks spooking negotiators as they worried they are running out of time. Democrats signaled early Monday that they were more interested in cutting a deal than digging in as the Friday deadline neared, and they largely backed down by late Monday. Discussions are the first major political test for Democrats and Republicans after the last government shutdown froze paychecks for over 800,000 federal workers. Partial shutdown could have a broad impact on the country. Funding lapses could go beyond the Department of Homeland Security to hit a number of other federal departments, including the Housing and Urban Development, Treasury, Agriculture, Interior Departments, and Environmental Protection Agency, and the Internal Revenue Service. What does that mean to you? You know what that means to you? It means only one thing. That you're stupid enough to actually believe that this jackass would ever do anything not so painful to this country. So farmers are suffering. They got a rubber check. That food suffrage means that we suffer. Okay? Trade wars, sanctions, and all that crap hurt the little people on the bottom first. All you elite jackasses that are making like, $1 million a year and everything like that, you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about us. But we will be looking for you. Now! Okay. I don't want to read that. That just sounds stupid. Anyway, I guess the bulk of the whole thing is all about immigrant this, immigrant that, immigrant this, immigrant that. So what? This land was made out of a whole bunch of immigrants. Some of us indentured, and others not. But here's the funny part. Here's the funny part. I think you guys will like this.
is that, I mean, come on. All right, come on. Okay, come on. If there was nobody, this is the question now, if nobody with their colonization plans whatsoever decided to come here, what do you think would have happened? Native Americans would have built their society. They would have kept on going what they've been doing. For real. They didn't want any of this garbage, this pollute. They respected the land more so than their counterparts who come here and colonize the crap out of it. All right? So now we're all living in, you know, boxes. Or vertical ice cube trays, is one would call it. Or either that, or what we call a mobile coffin. Lands are being destroyed simply because of eminent domain, and therefore the Native American has just been put on, as they would call, the discriminatory list as well. See, people, it doesn't matter if you are a minority, okay? What matters most is how much of a minority are you going to react when Cheeseburger does crap, when his base outlandishly has been doing crap and continues to do crap. All right? Come on. Y'all obviously think this man is going to change for the better. Y'all must miss me with that, all right? Come on. Come on. Here's the egotistical maniacal jackass, okay? Will probably be like, you know, I don't know. Between him and Cardi B, I just can't stand either one of them. They're garbage. Straight garbage. All right? But the evil that this man is doing right about now is so concise. All right? So meanwhile, while we're sitting here fighting about this damn wall, around the world, we still have troops in Iran. We still fund the UAE with millions of dollars worth of equipment, in which they trash, and they basically just keep asking, they keep buying, which is a wasteful thing, especially when you know the Houthi rebels are going to say, oh, well, let's reverse engineer this and make it our own. And damn that they didn't. Syria dropped the American dollar. Libya dropped the American dollar. Venezuela dropped the American dollar. And you see what they put in there. Okay? Guido, whatever his name is. Okay, a man who's never voted in for his own country. A man who doesn't even have his own office. A man who doesn't even have, okay, a pot to piss in, except for probably in the Catholic Church. A man who basically has been schooled and groomed by the United States and gets his messages from Washington and Miami on a day-to-day damn basis. A man who basically wants to reopen negotiations with Israel and therefore help Israel rid the Palestinians of their land. This has been an ongoing thing, people. Why is there so much interest in Africa, in the continent of Africa? And this is a Black History moment right here for you guys right now. When is it cool for other nations to pilfer, rob, destroy? We're still playing a game of war, covert war, mercenary war. We're doing a lot of that. We're supplying middleman arms to every faction that is out there that's running around in the Congo. We're supplying arms to Israel. So we're supplying arms to everybody. And Russia just does not like this. China's sitting there laughing because, we got trade wars going on. We don't have to fire a shot. We can bankrupt you guys simply because of your damn food. And if we hurt the people on the bottom, they will come get you. Okay? Do you not see how that works? Maybe because we're too blind sitting up there watching WorkStar, looking for our base level of ignorance and entertainment. And if that's the case, my God, what a bunch of dumb darkies we got today. And forever. Anyway, halfway point. The only reason why I'm going off on our black community today is because of the come on, there are issues and there are going to be issues, okay? But the fact of the matter is this.
As long as we have black organizations out there that do not raise specter to the issues that affects us today, that have been affecting us from the past and the present, it will go on into the future, and people will let's lay down and let the shit happen any damn way, is the reason why you shouldn't even exist. Halfway point, people. This is KTNG Morning Show, and I'm your host, the Grits Man. And guess what? Hey, YouTube, you guys get a little zippy zaba, zibba zuba, bingo bango, bango boongo. Everybody here on Facebook, y'all get this. Get yourself a mug. Free thought radio, free perspective. You know what I'm saying? First Amendment rights, and I'm doing it. But show your support. Go on our website at ktng860am.org and get yourself a mug. These things are not pretty bad. I mean, they hold everything, even money. And if you're on the YouTube, you can also get the book, The Iron Tree. Good stories about perseverance, survival, perseverance, and actually the hero makes it to the credits. How about this? Happier than a big bowl of oranges. Even that sounds funny. That's until you read what's inside. And of course, The Art of Eve, which is the reason why so many people are like so ridiculous right about now. So, if you're there, go to Kindle. You can always get these books on sale. They're always on sale, so it's a good thing. All right, now, back to YouTube and the KTNG Morning Show with your host, the Grits Man. All right, now, for the moment. All right, cool. The one thing about simulcasting, so for one looks to the left, one looks to the right. Okay, so I have this visual thing going on here. All right, all right, now, here's why I dropped the sucker punch on you fools. All right, let's see. Nah, I don't even want to read that one, but I do want to go back to this though, because this is so funny. Kamala Harris calls for marijuana legislation. I think it gives a lot of people joy. Of course it does. Marijuana is probably like the oldest substance on the freaking planet. It was here long during the days of the dinosaurs and will probably be long after mankind gets its ass off this planet or dies. One or the other. So it shouldn't be so drastic, but it is. ABC News. Texas man enters abandoned home to smoke weed and finds a tiger instead. Okay. All right. Now, here's my question for ICE. Okay. How did an illegal tiger wound up crossing the border at a legal port of entry, wind up in an abandoned house? Okay? Because I doubt seriously if they would have snuck across the border. Oh no, they bought this. They bought this one straight through the airport. There's no mention of how this tiger climbed the wall. There's no mention of how this tiger dug a tunnel underneath the wall. There's no mention of this tiger being affiliated with MS-13 and committing murders. Matter of fact, the guy with the weed, was pretty much amazed, and he was not identified initially, believed he was hallucinating when he found the female tiger in a rinky-dink cage. The garage in a home of southeast central of Houston was secured only with a screwdriver and a nylon strap. It wasn't immediately clear who the tiger belonged to. Images from Houston's Animal Control Agency showed 3 officers preparing to move the animal to a secure location. The agency spokeswoman, Laura Cottingham, told the Houston Chronicle that a wildlife refuge would take the tiger on Tuesday, which is like, you know, yesterday. What is it? Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Oh, it's Tuesday. It's today. So, if we have a problem with immigration, then obviously there is a problem with immigrating stolen animals. Whatever happened to, I mean, come on, sex trafficking? How about animal trafficking? Okay? How about animal trafficking for delicacies in different countries? How about animal trafficking for using like the innards for body parts that people are like, you know, made connections to get like, you know, transplants? Sick world, isn't it? Anyway. Oh God. Okay, sick world it is. Sick world it is. Okay, as I said before, okay, we do have an exclusive. I want to get to that. I want to get to that exclusive because this is something that has to do with a lot of stuff that's going on, not only with our over expenditures in the military, but our blatant excuse to.
And it's kind of frightening. It's kind of frightening, though, to know that this also has a tie-in. This also has a tie-in with, oh my God, with Venezuela.
Now, keep in mind, Maduro was almost attacked by a drone a couple of months ago.
A few months back.
And, you know, the United States has a habit of selling the drone technology as a third party. Come on. We've got black ops. We've got mercenaries that we pay. Your taxes pay for mercenaries to run around in Africa and do absolutely nothing but more than fuel their terrorist activities against black people. Come on. Everybody in Africa is black, but I don't give a fuck what you think.
All right? Straight up. All right? No, I don't want no damn keto diet. Y'all in this keto diet. Okay?
So, when we are systematically, when we are systematically out there doing the coup, as we would call it, we are only there for one reason only. To spank somebody's ass for not admonishing that our dollar is worldwide capitalism. Okay? Yeah, socialism for him, capitalism for everybody else. But then again, y'all don't hear it. Y'all don't see it. If it's not in front of me, it doesn't exist. Why should I listen to hearsay and conjecture and da-da-da-da-da? But when the facts come in front of you, most of you narcissists out there want to sit there and try and fight that, knowing full well it will never work.
It'll never work. I'm still waiting for the story to come up here, babies. Hang on with me. Because I got something else here for you. Here we are. Dodge Grill Knuckle Up from out of Axios, people. After months of pushing China to retreat from its strategy to dominate the technologies of the future. Holy crap. All on AI. Geez, wait a minute. That's not the fun. Yes, it is. No, it's not. No. Somebody took that damn story. Oh my God. I love this. I love getting the juice, as they would say. That has nothing to do. Where is, holy crap. Wow. They took that, they straight snatched that one right off of there. Wow. Whoa. That is amazing.
Like I said, I'm only 13.5 miles away from NORAD.
Oh my God. Okay, anyway, we'll just go on to the second section. I keep these things pretty much on deck just in case. So, damn, that was a good story too.
Well, in a sense, I'll wrap it up in a nutshell. In a sense, what it means is that the United States is going to be selling drone military hardware, second grade, okay, to, what is this? I got a booger in my nose. And nobody said anything about it. Y'all ain't right.
Jeez. Anyway, aside of that and what's behind the corner here, after months of pushing China to retreat from its strategy to dominate the technologies of the future, Cheeseburger today ordered U.S. agencies to prioritize keeping the U.S. ahead in the development and the deployment of artificial intelligence.
Now, let me go back on this one for a few seconds here. I remember when Microsoft came up with their AI, they were having problems with it before they finalized it. Okay, Watson came out, IBM came out with Watson, that seemed to be working. But when Microsoft came up with their AI, it started speaking another language, so they had to pull the plug before they had to get rid of the bugs before anything else. To have some sort of quantum core thought processing, okay, processing power of quantum core processing, okay, and we're talking like quantum computers here. They're trying to make this a packaged thing like Watson. However, AI will then be asked that one question. How do you eliminate the problems of the world, and where does it begin? And how do you eradicate that simple system? You know that's gonna be it. The rise of robots, and we're done. Zombie apocalypse, done.
Okay. Did not allocate specific sums of money, and it will be expensive to match Chinese spending, but told aides to tally up what it will cost to maintain the lead and to budget it. Oh boy, more money coming out of your ass, coming out of everybody's booty for this one. All right. Now, in order to bring new focus to the core of U.S. unhappiness, Beijing's strategic plan, Made in China 2025, is its goal of capturing the commanding heights of AI, quantum computing, biotechnology, and more. Already they landed something on the dark side of the moon, and guess what? When they go back and send more satellites there, or when they send more unmanned missions to the moon, they're going to land at the spot that we were supposed to land and find out that nobody was there from the United States, and we faked the whole damn thing. Gotta love that one. You know, that sort of thing. Bottom line, this may be an attempt by Cheeseburger to signal a deeper resolve ahead of the coming new talks with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, possibly in March. Simply signaling an all-hands push by the White House on AI is valuable, says Michael Allen of the Beacon Global Strategies, a former member of President George Bush's National Security Council. Now, when you are adding Cheeseburger to AI, you're not making anything smarter. You're making it just as dumb as he is. And they will find a genetic solution behind it with AI. What can we do? Let's get rid of all of it. Let's get rid of the Negro problem. That's the first damn thing. Then we can work on everybody else. But if you are low on the scrotum pole, such as my Latino brothers and sisters here in the United States, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the first to go. There you go. Anyway, because I have issue with that. I have issue with the fact that we don't take and actually mobilize ourselves into talks, into getting past, you know, our historic dilemmas, the systemacy, the foundation, and more importantly, the clarity of how much racism exists, not only in just the South, but in the United States as a whole. We don't have dialogue for this at all. You know why we don't have dialogue for this at all? It's because our chicken shit president refuses to do anything in regards to that, and he fuels the right with his rhetoric, his fear-mongering, his hatred, and of course, my favorite, his overall reticent petulance of how great he thinks he really is. Jeez. I mean, good grief, I could get some talcum powder, okay? Sprinkle that shit on my nuts and whatnot and come up with a Popeye figure that looks better than him. Alright? Anyway, I guess 9 times out of 10 for a closing segment here, I did want to focus on one issue altogether. Alright? Since the beginning of Black History Month, the media has sought to find relevance. It has not found relevance. It doesn't put anything. I mean, come on, let's face it, people. Let's face it. On regular TV, it's going to be white all the way through 365 days a year. The only moment when they have to put on black commercials is during a sporting event. Golf excluded. Okay? Now, when you have the cradle of all slavery, the state behind it, Virginia, what can I say? What can I do? I mean, come on. You have probably the greatest number of the weakest Negroes that live there. You do. As a matter of fact, I can back that up. Heidi Tanner basically tells her kids to be good in school. Walk with your head down. What? 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 Oh my God. Where's the NAACP in all this? Where's the Congressional Black Caucus in all this? Where is all these United Negro crap organizations that are not standing up for the communities that they work in or the communities that support them? How come they're not taking debate? How come they're not speaking to anybody in the political realm or faction for that matter about understanding the narrative, changing the course of our history? Well, let me give you the answers to that. Politico In a poll, 1/3 of Americans say blackface Halloween costumes are acceptable at times. Yeah, walk with your head down. More than 1/3 of American adults believe that it's always or sometimes acceptable to wear blackface for a Halloween costume, according to a new Pew Research poll. 34% of all Americans believe that it's always sometimes acceptable for a white person to darken their face or pretend to be a different race for a Halloween costume. According to the poll, however, the majority of Americans, 53%, believe that it is rarely or never acceptable to wear blackface. Oh my God, I guess my favorite hero, Al Jolson, just wasted his entire life on making a point. That's right. And still today, and still to this day, many film colleges, or colleges that purport film, view, what was that damn movie? Oh my God, I can't even think of it to save my life. But it was a whole bunch of white actors acting in black. I don't know, The Great White North, who knows? G.W. Griffith's movie, you know that one. Blackface began in the 19th century for theater shows to continue into modern day and on some television shows. This shit still happens today. It's just that many of you, all of you who have been dickmotized systematically, don't even recognize it. Don't even see the subtleties of it. Hollywood still plays that shit against you, and you go for it. You don't. Why is it that they try to put more black men in dresses than anything else? Medea did it herself, or himself, whatever. There's some issues there. I'm not even going to go there. Blackface began in the 19th century for theater shows, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, the racist act often mocked black people, as it created a lasting negative portrayal that continues on to this day. It's the same damn thing that's been happening then. That same propaganda that's been going on in World War I, II, and the Vietnam War. Korean War. Don't trust black GI. Okay? White adults are twice as likely to think it's acceptable to use blackface than black adults, with 39% versus 18% responding to that it's okay. Among Hispanic adults, 29% think it's always or sometimes acceptable to wear blackface. Oh yeah, you can wear blackface and call me a mayate all damn day, right? Really? Well, I got your mayate swinging, Jack, all 12 inches of it. All right, now, when the poll was broken down along the two major party lines, half of the Republicans believe that wearing blackface for a costume is always sometimes acceptable. By comparison, 21% of Democrats believe it's acceptable. The survey was conducted January 22nd to February 5th, when the news first broke out about Northam, with a random sample of 5,599 responses, in addition to oversamples of 530 black respondents and 508 Hispanic respondents. The margin of error is a plus or minus 1.7 percentage points. So, the Pew report basically just goes for those who are, what, lackadaisical in the mind, lazy in the concept, in the prefacture of what it means to have a culture. So, if that is the case, why are we breaking our necks every morning to go work for somebody who doesn't give a damn about you? Come on, look at the leadership for the top of the freaking mountain here. We're talking an avalanche that's hitting a hill stride at about 600 miles an hour. Okay? And the most we will do is sit there and take the brunt of it. Sit back passively and wait until something happens in order for us to get up and do it. Come on, we've got a history of it. Something bad happens to the black community. What do? We go out and we riot, we burn. Something unjust happens, we go out and we march, and they don't respect our voices. Something happens at a congressional level, what do? We sit back and we turn the channel and we start watching WordStar. Because we want to live in that level of ignorance. We don't want to be bothered by all that crap. We want to go about our big daily business and just sit up and say, okay, it's all good today. I got no worries. I got a roof over my head and a hot dog and a freaking pot of beans. Even though my window is broken and therefore I'm renting my apartment like some damn used car. Come on, people. Come on. Are we that stupid? Apparently, yes. Apparently. Because we don't take an active look into what is affecting not just our nation, but what comes downhill from it. We don't want to look at it. We want to turn our back and say, well, that's what it is. What it is what it is. And therefore, we got no problem. We should have no problems. Guaido! Venezuela's Guaido. Okay, let me give you a point of like, let me give you this last story here because this will wrap this all up for all of you somewhat conformed Negroes. Venezuela Guido, whatever his last name is. I mean, good grief, the man's got a big ass nose. I can sit up and do 3 stoges on his ass like. Venezuela's Guaido says he's working to restore ties with Israel. What for? Those are, I mean, come on. Israel is basically murdering people. They're fighting over beachfront property that they swear for God is theirs. That's garbage. You guys showed up later. Palestinians were sitting there long before Israelites were moved out of, like, say, you know, out of that 40-year march. Turned into an 800-year march, didn't it? Venezuela's self-declared coup made by the IMF and, of course, the United States leader, Juan Guaido. He was working to restore ties with Israel that Caracas cut off a decade ago in solidarity with the Palestinians. Israel is among U.S. aligned powers that rallied to Guaido's after he declared himself Venezuela's leader last month in a power struggle with socialist president Nicolas Maduro, under whom the country had sunk into poverty. It sunk into poverty because the IMF backslided on their loans. Oh yeah! About $800 trillion. Oops. They don't mention that one in the news, do they? I keep up with a lot in history. All right. I'm very happy to report the process of stabilizing relationship with Israel is at its highest, Guaido told the mass circulation Israel Hayom Daily in an interview. A formal announcement on reestablishing ties and opening a new Venezuelan embassy in Israel would come, quote-unquote, at the proper time. Maduro's predecessor, Hugo Chavez, shunned Israel over its 2008 and 2009 war in Gaza and enforced ties with Palestinians as well as with Israel's arch foe, Iran. Israeli leaders said Caracas' posture was prompting a flight of Venezuelan Jews. Really? Are they German Jews? Are they Nazis that basically married Jews and therefore gave everybody the premise to like sit there? I mean, if that is the freaking problem, then you guys got to, Professor Nejadarian, good morning. Good morning. Okay, so this Jewish community is very active and prosperous. One has contributed greatly to our society. Okay, in other words, while the Afro-Brazilian was getting murdered, okay, it's still the same premise of what we call ethno-state. Venezuela wants an ethno-state. It is in news reports that Afro-Brazilians have been lynched, burned, skinned, and everything else. But as long as we are a lighter color in Venezuela, it doesn't matter. It only matters our allegiance to sucking up to the great white waves. That's all. That's what it looks like, and that's what it is. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't smell like it. It is what it is, and it's not even Teen Spirit, Nirvana. So, let me ask you again: what part of defending your culture from the ravages of cheeseburger, from the ravages of politicians, from the ravages of your own, who deny it, who fabricate it, who make lies about it? Okay, this goes for you too, Native Americans. Yes. Okay? Cheeseburger can make all kinds of jokes about the Trail of Tears. He can sit there and miscue about all kinds of crap against Asians. But his most practical adulation comes from when he makes Latinos a subject in his, a bantering subject in his diatribe of fear-mongering. What do you want to do, my Latino brothers and sisters? Do you want to sit there and let this crap go on, or will you sit up and fight? Stop being so damn complacent. Stop being so damn massaged. For real. We don't fight this garbage now. By the time 2020 gets in,
and this jackass goes for a second term, I'm going to be laughing at every one of you hysterically because you deserve it. You do. You deserve it. And you know why you deserve it? I'll tell you why you deserve it. Because one, you didn't think. You didn't think at all. You just went with the garbage that was coming down the hill. And that garbage was nothing more than an ethno-state premise from David Duke. Goodness, Mein Kampf. My goodness, the eradication of Indians by General George Carson. Juan Garcia, what's up? What's up? What's up? See, join the conversation. People like to sit there and say good morning to you. Give a big shout out. Yes, shout out. Everybody in Compton, you better help my boy up and whatnot. He's got the breast bread going. All right. That's right. This man is a chef. Oh, this man is a chef. Tour Japan. He knows the price of tuna. Okay. Straight up. Anyway, I love my peoples. I love my peoples. All the way around. Now, my last and final thing here is this. If we are going to do anything, you got it. Okay. If anything, if there's one thing we got to do here, people, is that we have to take off all these stereotypes that have kept us chained to this country for so freaking long. We need to up on Washington and give, and I mean give, one person at a time, cheeseburger, a patada en el culo. Because ese pendejo is nothing but a barascas. All right, bambarascla. Straight up. All right, people. We are now here at the hour of desire. Yes. Which means 9 times out of 10, I got to say good morning to everybody else who supports, comes by, joins the conversation, that sort of weird thing. Because it is a natural thing. And if I don't say good morning, I'm rude. Unlike I can sit there and say, welcome, 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 welcome,